Hello, you guys. How are you guys doing today or tonight? I was supposed to put this video up yesterday, but I got caught up with some stuff and did some late night drawing, and I probably wouldn't have been the best, but I still did my drawing. Well, anyways, I'm gonna be working on my manga Under God, Volume 2, getting it together. Move this over a bit. So, I guess I can talk about a few things while I draw. Um, First of all, I would like to talk about, like when you're doing manga and stuff, like on my personal life, you know, when I'm doing this stuff, like I have a routine, you know, and I discipline myself as well. It's good to have discipline when you're working on anything. You have to discipline yourself. I mean, if you don't, then your whole everything will fall apart. So it's good to have good discipline. Um, Another thing to add to that with the discipline, it's if you got friends, family, whatever, just you have to put time aside so you can get the work done. You know, you have to, or else you're going to be kicking yourself and wish that you would have got it done. So yeah, practice every day. You got to practice. If you want to get better, you have to practice. Got to get the work in. Not like here and there, like push yourself to where you're like out of it and then just keep going. There's been times where I've fallen asleep on this desk. But you gotta put in the time, practice, have a routine, and discipline. Um, Also learn to be alone. When you're working on this stuff, you don't always have, like, when you're by yourself, you're in your own element. Like, what kind of work can you produce? Like, what can you do without any outside influence, or just, you're just like in your own thoughts, your own mind, you're to yourself, you're all to yourself. And uh what can you do that, can you be alone and do this kind of work, you know um and another thing too, like social media and stuff. I mean, you can be on it, check it out, whatever, if you need to, but use it sparingly. Use it when you need to. It's easy to fall into it and get lost into what's going on in the world and stuff. You have to like discipline yourself. Like, okay, I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm going to get this work done. Like, eliminate distractions. You know, if you have friends, whatever, family, stuff like that, you have to, let's say it, like if you have people that are going to be positive in what you're trying to do and what you're accomplishing, then it's cool to have people to uplift you, but also if you have mistakes, whatever, they can call you out on that. But make sure you're also staying on your grind. Like people like that, like to keep you on your toes. To say, hey man, you gotta get this work done. So yeah, discipline, have a routine. See another thing, uh, being comfortable. Uh, it's not good to get too comfortable because you, in a way, you have to constantly sharpen your knife or sword or whatever. Keep everything tip top, but you should never get comfortable. And I stress that out. I practice every day because there's times I'm just like, I'm not, you know, I feel I can push myself further. It's going to be several years from now, and probably be on volume 20, whatever, and volume 15 or something like that, and I'll look back at the art and say, oh, I could have done that better. But it's always like a growing process too. But at the same time, like I said, uh, don't get too comfortable. Getting too comfortable will be your downfall, and it'll make you get lazy. So always keep that in mind. Um, and show up when you don't want to. You know, you got your drawings in front of you. You're sitting in front of there, or whatever you're doing, and your work is in front of you. Like it's like one of those things where, like, once you start building that momentum, and before you know it, you'll start working on your page or whatever. That one little thing can start, create that momentum to finish your task. And before you know it, you'll be like, done before you know it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to fix that white out. So yeah. The more time that you put in, there's another thing, the more time that you put in to your craft and your work, the better you'll get. You can't say, all right, I'm going to put 10 minutes in, do a panel for 10 minutes, or just do this and then go play a game for 10 hours. You're doing yourself a disservice. But if you want to get serious with this, I mean, even myself, I'm constantly growing with this as well. I will work every day. I'll be relentless. You know, I'll keep up with everyone else too. And you should be the same way. Saying you should be like me or whatever, but I'm just saying have that drive. Get excited about your creations and everything you're making, like the worlds that you're about to bring to this plane. So yeah, more time the more time you put in, the better. And you can't say, oh well, I work a job. I work a job too. I work full time. I get off of work and I do this. When I'm at work, I bring index cards with me and ballpoint pens. Or sometimes if I'm feeling froggy, I'll bring my manga to work and work on it during my breaks, in which they aren't very long either. Because I care about my craft. I care about my craft. I care about what I do. And I want to constantly grow. You know, that's just my personal, goal. But that's just, what this is just something I do personally. Let's see. And another thing, like when you're in solitude, you're doing this stuff. Um, Something I did, I would sit there and draw like all night, like Renaissance books and stuff, like the paintings, like studying Da Vinci's drawings and sketches, and I'm like, how can I get there? I went through the headaches and the self doubt, all that stuff. Comes with it. Comes with the package. But if you're willing to go through the pain, uh, you will reward yourself quite nicely. Never settle for mediocrity. I always try to be the best that you can. Be the best version of yourself that you can. So I'd like to talk about another thing. Time. It's like you can't get it back. You just can't. You can put your time into a job or whatever, but um, but what about something that you want to do? You know, something that you could put your time into and look back on it and feel, appreciate the time that you put into something and kind of reflect back on the time, that it what it took you to get there. Just kind of like it's like money, whatever, you can get that back. It's physical. But time, like on your body, your mental health, all that stuff, you can't get that back. So it's like, it's like, what do you do? And that's the same thing. Like, the same, it goes to like, who are you surrounding yourself with, and where's your time valuable, and where is it valued at? But it's like I said, it's just something thing you can't get back, and you really should think about the long term and the short term. It's just like this manga right here. I plan on finishing it, 30 to 35 volumes. I'm gonna go all the way with this. It's like one of those things, a passion project. It's something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a long time. It's like while everyone is sleeping, I'll be working. That's my mindset. The stories that I tell, they're, well, I'm gonna tell tons, but for this one, it's gonna be pretty dark, but also there's uplifting moments. It's a human experience. I want it to feel human. That's where I'm going at with this. And give you the basis of the story. But other than that, I can't give out too much. Yeah. Life is short, and tomorrow is never guaranteed. And that reminds me, uh, I remember this guy I worked with. His name was Jeff. We'll call him Jeff. It's, yeah, fuck it. I screwed it up. His name is Jeff. So, anyways, Jeff worked with me. I worked with CNC machines and mills and stuff. And, you know, he, seeing that, I was starting my company, starting the LLC, getting things together, trying to figure out business myself. But, luckily he knew about that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I can learn something. And the thing that he was into was sauces. He made sauces. He was, you know, he was like a big foodie. He was a big guy too. Don't get me wrong. But he made sauces, and he was trying to get it back into the market, or try to get it into the market, or something like that. Something to that effect. And he ended up, like over the weekend, he was like, hey, he's like, oh yeah, he's like, man, you got me wanting to start my business, again. He got all the paperwork, got everything going. He said, you make me want to get back into doing this. I said, well, shoot. I said, well, you know a lot more than I do. I said, what can I learn? And so over the weekend, well, it was like a Friday or Thursday, I think. Yeah. And the weekend was coming around, and he said, well, Monday I'll be sure to, give you the information, show you the ropes of business a little bit, So cool, because I didn't know shit about business like that. I was learning stuff. So I said, yeah, that's cool. So over the weekend, it's like, I was like, all right, well, Monday comes around, and I look in Jeff's office, and where my workstation is, I can see his desk and stuff. So he was like, his desk, I was like waiting on him. I was like, all right, well, maybe he's running late. So one of my coworkers came up to me and said, hey, did you hear the news? I said, no, what happened? Oh, Jeff died over the weekend. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, wow. So I was like, rest in peace, Jeff, But it was like a reminder to let you know how short life is and unexpected things can be. And that's why I stress, try to do your best and put your best out, and don't settle for mediocrity. Do the best that you can and be the best that you can. Make your dreams come true, or try, but you gotta live. Stop being safe, gotta live. So I thought that was interesting, you know. So, last thing I would like to talk about, like this as being my life's work. I don't plan on, oh, well, it's not, this manga is not making its sales or whatever. I want to finish this to the end, I'm taking this very serious. This is my career now, I'm making this my career. And if it comes, like I said before, if it comes down to it, I'm not going to do Kickstarter and all that stuff. I'll just go straight to direct, straight on the website, and just let you guys know when books are out. Maybe like art books, like special edition, like art books that I would probably do on Kickstarter, like posters or certain, like limited edition where they won't be on the site. I've been thinking about it. I thought it would be interesting. So yeah, I don't plan on quitting anytime soon, or ever, really. I want to continue to get better at this craft, at drawing, draw every day, make this stuff happen, and show that the work is getting done. Show you guys, like, hey, this is volume 2 getting worked on. Hey, volume 3 is getting worked on, volume 4, so forth, to show you guys the consistency of what's going on. Do like final touch-ups with ink and stuff. Take that leap. Believe in yourself. It's easier said than done. Some days you'll have your falls, but you gotta learn how to take them. You gotta keep going at it, even when no one's looking. It can be discouraging, but that's where the test comes in. It's just like, I'll just keep trying harder. So what you do with your time is what you do with your time. I only can give you some advice and through experience. You'll see who the real ones are. But you know what? It doesn't matter about that. What matters is what you can do. What you can do. Have standards too. Well, everyone, it was good talking with you guys. Oh, before I go, I would like to thank you guys for the 600 subs. Thank you very much. This channel is growing little by little, but it's exciting to see it grow. So, yeah, I appreciate that very much. Um, yeah. So, this is my new thing. I'll try to talking about, little personal things here and there while I draw. You know, try to make her head a little bigger. But yeah. But thank you guys very much for the subs, for your time as well. And, I hope you guys stay on your projects and you guys find interest in my manga. Under God, Volume 1 and Volume 2, soon to be. And I'm currently writing out Volume 3, getting that ready. Hopefully we can get 4 as well. But yeah, I got some stuff in stock. So thank you guys very much. And I wish you guys the best. And I will be working off camera now. So you you guys have a great night. Thank you.